Hello everybody, Jack the Railfan here. Today I'm working on my 1957 Chevy 5400 and I'd like to show you what's going on before I get too far into things. This truck was once known as Hess Cartage number 781. This number on the side of it means that it was certified to haul steel for hire in Michigan, and it did that out of the Hess Cartage Melvindale Yard that's in the industrial part of Detroit, just a couple blocks from the Rouge River complex, and basically right across the street from what is now the Marathon refinery. And while it worked for them, hauling steel day in and day out with possibly drivers of varying skill levels, it really got beat up and it needed a new engine at one point. That wasn't uncommon at all. So instead of rebuilding the original, this was swapped into it. It's a 1955 265 Taskmaster, originally painted yellow. Some of that paint does show, but it was repainted red when it was rebuilt. It's probably out of a wrecked truck. And it would have been the same kind of truck. It's got all the same stuff on it to be in a low cab forward and not a conventional truck, I do believe. But it has the ram's head or ram's horns, exhaust manifolds off of the 283. This is the original carburetor, I think. It has the 1956 date code, which lines up with the VIN number for very late 1956. And the distributor, I also believe, was off of the original engine, and I'll show you why in a minute. But said distributor has been a little bit temperamental lately, and basically acting like it has no vacuum advance at all. And that's a bit of a problem when driving it, so I took it out. This came right out of, have the seat out. I'm painting things and making it nicer, but it has this hole in what we call the doghouse. And you could take this whole thing off, but apparently that wasn't necessary. The whole distributor came right out of that hole. The cover's in here. This has there was a new cap that we put on, you just saw that. This is a new rotor, points, and condenser, full tune-up. That was when we got it running about 2 years ago. But when we did that, the advance was totally stuck. It wouldn't budge at all. But I oiled it a few times and then hit it with a screwdriver and a hammer, and that got things taken care of well enough. But then I was working on the wheel bearings earlier this year, and it sat for a couple months, and things got froze up enough again. So this time I took it out to go over everything properly, and hopefully that fixes things. But I've found some flecks of alpine green paint on this part of the distributor, and there's a number here I can check to double check, but if that paint is right, that means that this is out of either the original engine or another Taskmaster 283, not a 265. And they have different oiling systems between the 55 and 56 and then everything after small blocks. So I don't know exactly how well this pairs to this engine, but in any case I'm going to put it right back in once I'm done with this little semi-rebuild. One comes out much more than the other one, and I don't think that's by design. Silly me. So I'm at the workbench now, having just consulted two shop manuals, the 1955 second series manual and the 1956 supplement to that manual. 1956 brought huge changes to the task force line of Chevy trucks, and one of those changes, to go along with all the beefening up of the rest of the truck line, is this heavy duty distributor. It does not have vacuum advance at all. It relies entirely on centrifugal advance, and that was stuck. And basically, this is the same as on a normal distributor. It's just that that would normally be down here, and it would not have this governor valve at all. This is to run the governor, which also was not a thing in 1955. They wanted the governor because it was a fleet truck, so they put the original 1957 equipment on this engine. So it's a 55 long block reused and made into a more up-to-date engine. So because this surface rust is interfering with these sliding, this whole mechanism, it's basically not letting it have any spark advance at all until it gets up something like 1500 RPM or more, because it takes that much centrifugal force to make those fly out. So if I just buff these up with what's left of this wire wheel, it should work perfectly. Now for these. Safety first. Alright, I think it's all buttoned up now. I got everything put back together just the way it was, except now the centrifugal advance should work properly, and I think the timing should be exactly the same as it was, because this steel line sort of works as a reference for me. That is the steel line that connects both halves of the governor system. One part is in the base of the distributor, well, base of the housing there, and then the base of the carburetor has this whole thing on it. It's very distinctive. Pretty much all big trucks have these, I'm pretty sure. And I got the battery in it. Here comes the 70. And I've got the gauge cluster back in it so it doesn't spew oil all over the place through the oil gauge. So let's see what it does. Now here comes the 730. That is a custom fabricated bale carrier on there. 1959, all original, and it just got a new rock shaft. I shut it off. Customary. Every single time you have to,
That's not
just to be sure. For safety.
Man, the top of your engine is clean.
Sort of.
That's weird.
Timing must be a little bit off. I wonder what could be. Hey.
Did you get the bottom of the distributor where it was?
Yeah.
And the rotor?
Yeah. It's all lined up exactly the same.
Even the part you turn to do the timing?
Yeah.
It sounds like the
that
timing's
line,
off.
because the line is in the same spot.
What line?
The line to the governor. Or just adjusted the timing a little bit. It's starting to get gas.
It ain't got no gas in it.
parking brake, release that.
What's this do?
That is the lock. So you pinch that.
So it say can't move it when it's...
No. Yeah. So it's the lock. Okay, now it's off. Now press the clutch all the way down. Over there, the farthest pedal. The brake pedal is missing right now.
Is this the gas pedal right there?
Yep. And then you put it in first gear, which is over and forward. Not all the way over, that's reverse. But, yep, there you go, that's first gear. All the way. Okay, good.
What's this?
That's the 2-speed control, it doesn't work. So, gently let up on the clutch. Like, very gently. You don't have to do anything. Okay, perfect. I mean, not so perfect. It was kind of rough, but the growl you hear, the little whine, is the straight cut first gear. So if you gently press on the gas now, it shouldn't hate it. It likes to spin a little. So if you can get up over there to start turning, we'll go up the lane, and then I'll have you shift into second gear if you think you can manage it. It won't. You should be able to start in second actually. Now. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you get it up to a bit of speed, make it so the engine makes some noise. That's what the kind of speed you got to get up to, because this is first gear and your top speed in first gear is 6.5 miles an hour, even if it was floored. Then you quickly depress the clutch all the way to the floor, and not yet, and then you yank this back into second gear. Second is directly behind first. So, see if you can do that.
Give it, push this all the way, let it go as soon as I put this in the right position.
Yep.
And I need to have some throttle to do that.
You need to get it, yeah, a little bit of throttle for some power. And it's better if you're still moving when you get into second, but you don't have to. It has some power. So go for it. You did it! That was your first time shifting a manual transmission in a truck.
So what do you plan on doing about the gas pedal?
It's not as much of a problem if it didn't spin. That's the next job. I'm gonna make it so it doesn't spin.
You're just gonna leave it the way it is, kind of.
For now.
The same stick.
Yeah.
Check out and replace it.
I could really just use a lot of duct tape and it would technically work.
Do you have the plate that goes on this?
What?
Do you have the plate that goes on?
I have the gas pedal, yes. It broke off while I was trying to get it unstuck. Yeah.
I could see through that hole in the floor and use it to gauge my distance on the other side.
Yeah. You also have a hole over here for steering.
See that hole?
Yeah. I'll patch those with duct tape and sheet aluminum, and then eventually steel. Give it some gas, give it some gas.
That didn't sound good.
Yeah, it was going too slow.
Stop if I didn't get more gas.
Yes. Oh no, see, let it idle now.
Yeah,
See.
we were going uphill before.
Yeah. So, turn around sharp right now, and see if, because then you don't have to mess around with reverse and everything.
Does this have any brakes?
This.
So it only has a handbrake?
Yeah, but it's adjusted now, so it'll work better than it used to. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. Here, I'm gonna hop out. Just keep it moving, and I'll be safe. I'll film you.
Are you gonna get back in?
Yep.
Put on the handbrake?
Oh no. Here, I'll film you coming down. The truck looks adorable.
What?
I said the truck looks adorable. Versus even just that little hill. So there you go, bit of distributor work, some other minor things to make it run a little better. Got a new carburetor top off of the parts truck and a new air cleaner, and now it's running like a dream. It's driving much easier. The new seat we put in it that's been redone is much more comfortable to drive with, and now really all it needs is brakes and a lot of other little things. So if you want to see all that stuff get done, leave a like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video where we're working on this or any of the other rigs, or even just playing with toy trains or watching real ones go by. See you in the next one. Bye.